we win these races in Georgia so that we don't have to negotiate.
No negotiation. Think about that.
What's up, everybody? What is up? David, Eddie, Michelle, my favorite three folks up in here. Hope y'all doing okay. Turn this down just a hair. And check. I think we got all sounds going. So I didn't go live last week. I was just tired. So with that said, I'm here now and just trying to get some stuff together. I appreciate you, David, for helping me out, man, with this whole 3D printing thing, man. I've been a printing fool, just printing anything and everything. I did print. What are we in, day 5? It's going pretty good, no complaints. Slow motion, I like it. It's a nice warm start. So it's like a nice little build. I got some stuff I want to do with this 3D printer that I want to give you guys some of that stuff. So I'm figuring out what to print to give to the Patreon folks, and then I'm going to be the little pencil guy in 3D. I just need to find someone to actually model it for me. I think I'm gonna try it myself, but I have a couple friends that said they could probably do it too. So we'll see. I think that'll be pretty cool. Good. The addiction. I can hear the Emperor's voice. Good. So yeah, I got this guy. I think I'm going to just traditional ink him with some microns this evening, and then figure out how I can work this into a tattoo somehow. I've been working on some guy's side piece, so I think he would like to add this in there. So we'll see. That's about it, man. I ain't been doing too much of nothing. Give the gift of Wu-Tang. Now that's also really cool. really tricked out Wu-Tang W would be pretty dope, man. Oh, David, let me write that down before I forget. 3D print Wu-Tang W. Yeah, buddy. That would be pretty dope. Let me zoom in here a little bit. So I printed these dumpsters for my layout, and it turned out pretty good. I like the results. I guess I can show y'all. I don't know if it'll show up well, but and I don't have any more just like with the green resin, but can y'all see that? Yeah. So this is the dumpster primed with just some spray paint. And then I went and weathered it, painted it up, and added some rust and dust and all that stuff on there. So, and it's hollowed out. So it turned pretty cool. I like it. I like the little dumpster. So now I can add dumpsters all over my layout. I also started printing this, and prints out in different pieces. So you got the torso, legs. I'll start the other leg tonight, and then I'll do her feet. Actually, this foot broke off, so I'll just get some epoxy or something and stick that on there. Then I'll do her hands, and it actually is a sexy Jasmine from Aladdin, and there's a cat, her tiger I could put behind her and all that stuff. So yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm pretty much digging this whole 3D thing. It's definitely addictive. Oh, and David, there was a guy that I tattooed that Jabba the Hutt on, thanks to you. I appreciate that. But that dude said he's been 3D printing for a long time, man. And he was giving me some different pointers and stuff, but he said when you first get into it, it's very addictive. Like, you just want to print any and everything. He said it'll wear off, but I don't know. At this point, I don't see it wearing off at all, because I think for him, he was looking more for it as like a hustle type of thing. And he was just trying to print whatever the hot thing was out at the moment. So he mentioned a bunch of Mandalorian masks and stuff like that. And I mean, I ain't knocking his hustle. I think, you do what you got to do, but the whole train layout here that I want to use the printer for. Yeah, that dude gave me a ton of pointers. He really knows the shit. He lied about. Yeah, no, he was definitely a really cool dude. Definitely a really fan. So I'm getting ready to do a bunch of Star Wars stuff on him. But yeah, for me, I don't think it'll wear off anytime soon. Like I was saying, I just felt like he was using it for, different things. And I guess, different strokes for different folks, but I actually wanted this printer for the railroad more than anything. So, and then when we move, I plan on doing like a double decker layout. So it'll be even more stuff that I need to print. So, but yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying this 3D printer. I wish I would have got one sooner, but meh. So, besides that, I don't know. I don't think I've been doing too much of anything. I've just been working on the railroad a little bit, just doing tattoos when appointments come up. Oh man. So I got an Alexa, the little dot thing, and that's probably been the highlight of my week right now. I didn't know how cool it was. I feel like, and I know she's always listening, but it's so cool to just say stuff and she does whatever I say. We got it hooked up to our smart house, if you will, smart apartment. And I mean, it's just little shit, right? It's nothing like, oh, do this or do this. It's just like turn up the heat and the heat will come on, or what's the weather like? Just silly shit, which I think is hilarious, but cool at the same time, and probably a little scary, but it's funny to me. I like it. Am I having a train through? Oh yeah, if it needs to. So looking at other really big layouts, I think that just depends on, how much space I have. So we've started looking at duplex townhome type things, where it's like 3 levels, and the basement / bottom level, if you will be all for me. And if I needed to actually go through a wall, oh yes, you best believe I'm gonna cut through a wall in a heartbeat. I have no problems with that at all. Because with when you're doing those bigger layouts, and especially like a double decker, there's a thing called a helix, and it's just a circle, but it's like a level circle. So it's like, different levels, and it just rotates to get the train up to the second level. And there needs to be, which is called a reversing loop, to get that train to go back down that helix. And usually those guys have that reversing loop actually going through one wall and coming out the other, because it needs to have a decent sized radius for it to come through there like that. Hey, what's going on, man? How's your new year going? Hopewell. And right now, kind of what I'm doing is just, again, traditionally inking some stuff. And at the same time, in the back of my head, I'm just trying to figure out how can I get this to work on a pre-existing tattoo. What was that?
The best way to burn fat is with more fat. And I'm being serious because there's actually two different types of fat in your body. One is white fat, and that's probably hanging out in your belly right now.
Let's get this
And then the lesser known type of fat called
ad out the way. So, what's everybody been watching? I don't think I've seen anything new lately. I've been going back to my standby bag of tricks, if you will. I watched all the Die Hards again, all the Lethal Weapons again. Some Fresh Prince. So yeah, nothing new really. I mean, we did talk about the did we talk about the last Mandalorian? I don't want to say too much of anything if no one else has seen it, but I mean, I know David, Michelle, and Eddie have seen it, but oh, and David, I seen your souffle, bro. That looked really yummy. A lot of forge and fire. Yeah, man. What's his name? The guy we hired, Joel, at the shop, and he got me hooked on that. So yes, I think I want to be a blacksmith also, for no particular reason. I just want to do it. That's all. My New Year is going good so far. It's great, by the way. Oh, okay. What's up, Big G? That's what's up. Good to hear, man. I mean, I know we only in day 5, but you know, I'm sure everybody was dying just to get out of 2020 with no scratches and scars. I'm glad everybody's safe. Yeah, but to talk about more of Forge and Fire, I really feel anxious when they go to test those guys or girls' weapons. I'm just like, oh man, I don't want it to break. And when it does, I just feel like, oh, wah, wah. I don't think I'd ever want to be on like a competition like that for that, but
You want to know?
yeah, I feel a little anxious.
Because it never happens. And I know it's hard to believe, but it's true.
I don't know what's up with all these ads. Stupid YouTube. The Mando is, oh yeah, just ridiculously good. I was watching the making of it. So they got, I think, a part 2 or season 2 of that. And I was looking at, and I've already had that model. I had posted a model that I was doing of a 53 Ford pickup truck where I did some rusting and stuff. And what made me finally just dig it out, one, I just wanted to do something else, right? Because I just been doing this train and just a lot of other stuff. So I wanted to, I guess, take a break, if you will. Or it's just a change in pace, because I'll still tinker with the train here and there, but just so I don't get burnt out, I wanted to do something different. And so I was watching that making of The Mandalorian, and that last episode where the TIE fighters are coming out of the main ship there, and they're getting on board of what's his name's ship. That whole ship is a model. I was like, yo, this dude modeled it, put like LED lights everywhere, made the back of the engines light up like they're supposed to. I was just floored by the level of detail that he put into that. And I was like, going to start this model. I had that model probably for a month and a half now. And I mean, I knew I wanted to put it together, and I wanted it to be, you know, very detailed and all that stuff. But when I seen him do that, I was like, might as well go on and do mine. He killed that shit. And so to talk about this a little bit here, one, I think I chose just to do some inking is because I really just felt like talking with y'all, and because I hadn't seen y'all or had a chance to say what's up or whatever. Because for me, when I do, especially when I'm inking my own pieces, my pencils are tight enough to where, and I think I've said this before, they're tight enough for just a regular inker, like someone for that's what their job is to come in and just go right over my pencils. So for me, I kind of already know what this stuff is supposed to look like. Now there's different hash marks and lines and stuff, and I'll probably change up just a little bit. So like what I'm doing here, because I wanted his lips to be a little, have a little texture, and so if you look, like some of these lines are just straight. Most of them are just straight. But as I start inking and I'm thinking of what I really want this to be like, I'll curve those little lines like that a little bit. So now it reads like it's, you know, it's actually a lump there instead of it just being a straight shadow. It's a shadow, but now there's a lump in that shadow. So with that said, I can just add little things here, here. Well, today is the 5th, and what that means for me is that I won't be getting any more of these damn texts about voting. I'm just like, God damn it, enough already. I get it. I've already voted. I voted early. Man, they was blowing my phone up. And then, like, I don't know if they know, like, I would assume they do, like, the demographic of who they're texting. Because I would start getting these, like, yo, what's up, Wayman? Like, we've been cool forever. Like, one, I don't know you from a can of paint, so the whole yo, what's up thing is like, nah, bruh. But have you told 3 friends to vote? Let me text you 12. Yeah, Eddie, it was a little ridiculous. A lot of this is pressure too. It's the same with when I'm actually drawing it, or now that I think about it, it's the same as tattooing as well, right? The lighter you press, the thinner the line is going to be. The harder you press, the thicker and darker. So it's the same with any medium, really, I think. And so like I know this is dark, kind of all black in here. And also it's the how close the line work is and all that stuff. All that plays a part in what I'm doing here. But it is the same thing for any medium, whether digital, traditional, like I said, tattooing, all that stuff. It's all about pressure and pen control, if you will. So does anyone vote, text, calls, emails? Yeah, it's just crazy. Crazy. But what I was going to ask, does anyone have any New Year's resolutions? I hadn't seen any lately. Actually, in the past couple of years. I think I stopped doing that a while ago. Just I think for me, it's just more of what I've been doing, but just grind a little harder and just focus more. I don't know, I always felt like resolutions, those New Year things were like you could, I don't know, get down on yourself because you hadn't completed them, or whatever the case is. I think for me, I think I set enough goals for myself yearly on a basis that I really didn't need to, and hadn't done like a New Year's resolution for a while. That's not the Rona. As I'm thinking, I could probably go back in this dude here with some gray tone markers or something, and just kind of so I could get a visual on what some of the shading would look like. But back to the whole resolution thing, right? Because people always tell me like, yeah, man, I want to draw more, and they'll probably use that as one of the New Year's resolution type things. And you already know you want to draw more, right? I wouldn't make that a New Year's resolution. I would just make it a thing to do, and start off small. Like, all right, this week, I want to draw, 2 or 3 times. Nothing big. I want to go buy me a nice little sketchbook and just draw something. It don't have to be award winning, none of that stuff. Just as long as you got the pencil out, a sketchbook out, and draw something twice a week. And then once you do that for about a month or so, bump it up to like 4 times. Like, all right, I've gotten comfortable. I found a slot in my schedule to actually do this, because, you know, we all have work, and we got, especially if you're not doing this professionally, but you like to draw, you know, you want to draw. And it's like, okay, it only took me 30 minutes or so to actually do this. And then you start, the thing is, you just want to start getting in a habit of doing something. Like I said, I think the New Year's resolution thing just puts too much pressure on people to get something done. Just take it one little bite at a time. And so, yeah, once you have the whole twice, 4 times, then you kind of got it in your system, and it becomes a habit. I think I was reading somewhere where I think something like a habit, you start doing it if you do it for 30 days or 40 days, 45, something. Like it's a short amount of time, really, if you look at a whole year. But like 30 to 45 days or something, and something becomes a habit if you do it all the time. Once you have that habit, then it's really, it can be broken, but it's a little more difficult to break because it is a habit. I mean, ask a smoker, it's hard to break that habit. I just promised myself to do and be better. Darn it, I hate writing the same word twice. Yeah, I mean, you know, overall, we have just this, I think, come to Jesus moment or an epiphany or something where it's just like, all right, cool, I made it through this year. Next year, I want to do better, I want to be better. But I think what I'm saying is just more when people put too much pressure on themselves to do something. You know, it's usually the whole thing and losing weight, because I think people pick those things that's really hard instead of, again, just, you know, if you want to exercise, say you want to lose, I don't know, 20 pounds. From what I understand, because I've never had to lose weight, losing weight is hard to do. So you just, you know, I feel like just one step at a time, you know. Okay, I want to lose so much weight within so much time, you know, do some research, and then just take it one step. Like, all right, I'm gonna start walking to my local grocery store if it's close by, or I'm gonna start walking somewhere. And then, all right, I've been walking this way for a couple weeks, 3 weeks. I'm found my rhythm. And then, you know, all right, cool. I'm gonna throw hitting the gym in there instead of walking this time. You know, walk twice, hit the gym once. It just, I think the whole thing is just to build up a nice slow cooker and then make it a habit. love to go to the gym, but I hate going to the gym. I think because I've done it so much in the military is why I have a pure hatred for it. Because I know I want to look like something, but I don't want to put in that work to do it. Ain't no New Year's resolution for me about no gym. I think that's another thing too. Like, you know, I know myself. And I know if I hate the gym, like with a serious passion, I probably won't go. Or if I do go, I'll go for a few weeks and then make an excuse about something. And forgive me if I'm rambling. I'm just jaw-jacking with y'all, that's all. Your best scar? Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, but again, take your time, man. You know, all right, I'm going to do 15 minutes of whatever you got to do to it. Like, whether you got to model something or whatever. I'd rather be more upset at myself if I chose to do something for only 15 minutes than me trying to justify, like, man, I'm gonna just do this whole thing. Because something is always going to come up to where you're not going to do the whole thing at that moment or within whatever time.
Cardio burns fat, right? No. Cardio actually burns calories.
And I'm not crushing anybody's pipe dreams either. If y'all feel like y'all could do, you know, the New Year's resolution thing, man, by all means. What I'm thinking is just bite-sized pieces. Nothing wrong with that. Hell, my goals sometimes can be as simple as don't lose ground. Like I never lose weight. True that, true that. I mean, with David cooking the way he cooked, there's no way. I told David I'm gonna do a drive-by y'all house one day, man, and y'all just throw me a Tupperware bowl out the door. Man, that food be looking good in the mug. Although I have to say, yesterday my girlfriend made these really good shrimp wraps, and it had like a spicy mayo to it or something. I'll have to ask her what it was, but it had just the right amount of spice to it. It wasn't too saucy, but just saucy enough, and it was quite tasty. Man, I seen you post them bananas. I was like, bruh. this mug right here. It's the best thing I have ever baked. I've topped out. There's nowhere else to go. Yeah, when you posted the bananas, they were had the brown spots. I was like, uh-oh, he about to do something with this joint. Yeah, and banana bread with coffee. I mean, I know we'll be friends forever, but like, that's a whole different level of friendship, man. With homemade banana bread. Oof. Speaking of coffee, there has been this coffee at the store called Death Wish, and I've been thinking on buying it, probably for before Christmas, debating on buying it for about 2 or 3 months. One, it's so expensive, but I got it for Christmas. My girlfriend, her mom always gets us coffee and whatever little cups for the Keurig, and I'm probably a coffee snob at some point. Like, I don't know every coffee or anything like that, but you know, my debate also was, not only was it really expensive, it could be nasty, right? And I don't want to waste my money on some nasty ass coffee, because then I'll be pissed off. Because now I got a case of this fucking nasty coffee that I'm going to have to drink or find somebody else to take it. But that's probably some of the best coffee I've tasted. It's not, you know, I was thinking it might be like a bitter taste. Because I usually drink my coffee black with just maybe 2 teaspoons of sugar. And, oh man, that coffee is like straight legit good. So, with all that said, I really think that banana bread would go really swell with the world's strongest coffee, Death Wish. Here's any left by this weekend. Oh, for sure, man. For sure. Maybe some beer. Oh, I know what else I've been doing. I have been doing some drone flying, which I thoroughly enjoy. Honestly, I'm like a big kid, right? I got a fucking train model layout in my office. I 3D print toys, if you will. Action figures. And then I'm out flying a drone. I tattoo for a living. I'm a huge kid, man. But what I want to start doing, so I want to come over by y'all house. I know Michelle has been taking pictures of some of that train stuff over there. I'd like to, so the stuff I want to video capture are like train, train tracks, the facilities that are next to the trains. I've done one of a abandoned grain elevator a few weeks ago when it was really nice outside. It's actually been pretty cold, so I can't fly the drone when it's that cold like that. One, it's just cold for me. I'm just like, nah, I'm good. But when it's cold like that, it's usually windy the higher you get up there for the drone. So it's that thing you can lose control of it, and we want to do that. But I think when the weather really starts breaking, like right before spring hits, or during spring or whenever, but I'd like to come over there by where you guys stay and fly it over there and get some really good footage of those facilities, or even where the trains are kind of just in staging, waiting to be loaded and unloaded and built for other engines and stuff to pick them up. And see right here, as I curve these lines, it makes it feel like that's a lump or some type of cyst or something, versus it just me pulling them straight down. Then it would just be a flat type shadow happening here. But because these lines are curved, and you don't have to add a whole bunch, just one or two will have you thinking that, okay, this is a lump or there's some depth happening. I need to get out there again and get some new stuff. There are some good areas you could get some cool drone shots. Yeah, I was supposed to go out this past weekend, but it just, the temperature dropped so quick. I was like, nah, I'm good. Oh, plus I haven't been sleeping. I got that World of Warcraft, and that's what I've been doing a lot of too lately. Just running PvP more than anything. So what I didn't know is that the levels, everyone has been dropped back down. So the cap level is 60 again. Which, okay, I get it. Blizzard wants all the new people to witness and experience all the new stuff that they've been doing. From what I understand, a buddy of mine, he has been playing World of Warcraft forever. And he was saying that there was a loud enough cry, I guess, from new people about grinding and getting characters up to 120. So I guess they stopped doing that. I ain't gonna front, man. I felt some type of way. I put in hours and hours, damn near years if you think about it, of just grinding characters and getting them to those certain levels. I mean, they could have gave me a free mount or something for all the work I did and all the money I gave those motherfuckers. All my characters that were at 120, they all got bumped down to 50. So one, I wasn't even at max level anymore with any of the characters. And then I gotta grind 10 more points to get back up to max level again. I was just like, bruh. So yeah, needless to say, I was a little irritated. Stupid Blizzard. And to think, I wanted to work for them. And honestly, I don't know if they were to call, or I really just felt the urge to change careers again. That would probably be one of the companies I'd try and go and work for. When I was at SCAD, we got to, it was only a few of us that got to talk actually with Blizzard and the different hiring people there and different 3D artists. And I was being groomed to apply for there, but I didn't do it. They always wanted you to have like 3 and 4 years experience somewhere, and I get it, you know. They just don't want some slob off the street. And I think the main thing is that because we would have a lot of different companies come through there, and their main thing was they just want to make sure you can play well with others, and that you understand how pipeline works and all that stuff. Because I mean, for the most part, if you're good enough and you got the chops, a company will hire you. A lot of it is who you know. But they'll hire you and they'll train you. But the risk is if, you know, they hire you and you don't play well with others as a team and all that stuff, then they wasted their time and they have to find someone else. And, you know, are you good meeting deadlines and stuff like that? You know, I think that's the main thing. Because you can immediately see if someone is good enough, whether drawing or modeling or writing or anything. It's their personality, really. That's even when I was working in IT at Georgia Tech, when I would hire people and, you know, coming on a team and stuff like that. You know, you're looking at, okay, this dude worked for Norfolk Southern as an IT manager or whatever. So he knows how to deal with people. He knows, you know, how a team is supposed to work versus me taking someone right out of DeVry or something like that. Like, I mean, yeah, bro, you good, but you know, are you arrogant? I don't know. Do you bathe regularly? That's all those different things, right? Expansion has been okay. Terrible writing, but mechanically okay. Cool. They are one of the more stable companies. Yeah, they've been out there for a minute and hanging on. Greetings from Argentina. What's going on, yo? How are things in Argentina? It looks like it's saying I got some RF issues happening here. I said, well, if it's bathing regularly is a requirement, I'm out. I also need to start catching these live sessions. But, hey, appreciate you, man. Hot, very hot. I get it. I don't know, man. I prefer almost too cold weather. Because one, I can get out of it if I need to. I guess you can get out of the hot weather, like air conditioning or something, but I am not a hot weather person at all. I can maybe blame it for where I was born and grew up, but even in the summertime back at home, I just was never a summer person. I do like the break you get with summer from winter and all that. Fall is my favorite season and weather and all that stuff, but summer is just, it's too much, man. It's too hot. Now, I will admit, I do like beaches, particularly ones next to the ocean. And a couple of years ago was actually my first time going to a beach. I know, I'm 50 and I ain't never been to no damn beach. But I will have to say that was probably one of the best experiences ever. Just the water constantly crashing on a shore was just, I don't know, something about it. I know everyone is like, it's magical and blah, blah, blah. It literally was magical. I was like, yo, this is dope. I'm not a hot fan. Yeah, damn that, bro. You can get out of here with that hotness. And here I'm just adding, so like he's got these big horns. And I'm probably not gonna do all that today, but there's so much texture in there. And because I've drawn enough horns and different textures, I kind of know what needs to go where, whether it's just little nicks and scars or, you know, so here I kind of just scribbled in something right here, but I know the light source, I'm gonna pull out here a little bit. Looking at this picture, the light source is coming from here because you see all this darkness over here. And then there's darkness right under this lump here. So now I know all this needs to be not black solid, but stuff like this needs to happen like right here in this section. And then because this is a ridge, the light is being caught right here and the shadow is forming here. So, you know, I could just kind of follow this ridge and then just start, you know, bringing shadows down here, and then I could bring another one and make this like a really hard shadow. And then this will be like a little cross hatching happening right here. And then I can leave like a lip of I don't know, whatever horns are made out of. Calcium, I guess. I'm thinking of goats or something. And then coming up from here, I can do some shading and some just line work. But all this would be dark under here. And then the light, because it's coming from this angle, would catch whatever light is over here. But yeah, y'all, that's it, man. Summer is cool. Summer is okay. Yeah, fall is the best, man. I think the only thing I hate about fall is that you have to have a jacket. Like, it'll be hella hot during the day and then just in an instant it'll get cold. So, but you know, I guess we can't have it all. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. I was saying next time I need to start working on the shop owner is starting his own comic, and he wants me to draw the cover to it, or a cover to the comic book. And I'm trying to think of the different poses and stuff like that. So I think maybe I'll start it and go over like the process of what I'm thinking of, and have like a ton of reference and show y'all like how I go from what's in my brain to research and reference, and then, you know, the different poses. He's got a gun, so I don't know if I want like the camera angle to be down here and like we're looking up, or I definitely don't want it to be straight on and static, because that's kind of whack. But I think I want to package that for the next few, even if I don't start it then next week. If I do start it, it'll be like, so, you know, this Tuesday I'll show you this, and then next Tuesday we'll go into whatever. So I think that's what I want to do. It's not written in stone, so something may come up, but I'm waiting on him to send me the character sheet, though, because I want to make sure I got all the information on that character, and then build that of what he has been doing. So, but yeah, man, that's about it. It's always fun chatting with y'all and hanging out, and just I like the whole just intimate type of thing. I think at some point I'll start promoting the Patreon more. So I think what I've been doing is just trying to make sure, one, all the equipment is going to work right on a consistency type of basis. Two, I want to make sure I have some things lined up. I need to start, and like I was talking earlier, just steps. So I need to start posting more on the actual Patreon and different things like that. So I'll be busy this year, and I think it'll be a good busy. So I do appreciate y'all that have been sticking out with me and hanging out with me thus far. And let's just run this 2021, man. Peace out, y'all.